Peace, y'all. You know who it is. It's your boy, the Anarchist, and I'm here with my boy,
Invisiblekatana.
And we are a few nobodies, or a couple nobodies, podcast, just sitting here chopping it up, the stuff we want to talk about. And it's important, I think, that we go ahead and talk about Black Panther now. I know what a lot of y'all's thinking. Fuck, man, why don't y'all stop talking about this Black Panther shit? And I'm not gonna lie, I feel the same way, too. The movie was released, what, a week ago?
Yeah, it was a week ago.
Just about a whole week ago. And people are still reviewing it, decoding it, reacting to it, talking about it. Damn.
It's Black Panther.
Damn. Like, it's so much to just talk about with this movie. I don't know where to start, but let me start right here. I was, in everything I say, I just want your thoughts on Invisiblekatana.
Okay.
You've actually seen the movie. I was supposed to see the movie, didn't fall through, but I will be seeing it since basically my black pass is revoked until I see this movie. I can't relate or talk to any other black people. They come up to me talking about some Wakanda forever, brother, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. Don't know fucking Wakanda is, but you know what I'm saying? I need to stop being so mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I realize that I'm out of the loop for the first time in the black community, so I'm ostracized for not seeing the movie, and I might just protest this motherfucking movie because I feel like I'm the last person on the goddamn earth that haven't seen it. At least the last black person, definitely. Even my girl see the shit, she never go to the movies. So,
Black Panther.
Man, listen. Okay, here's where I want to start. I got a lot of different places I want to go with this, but I actually saw the director of Black Panther,
Ryan Coogler. Yep.
Coogly, my boy. I call him Cougs. But Cougs was on this show.
Super close to something else.
It is. So Cougs is on this show, right? And he was on the he's getting interviewed, and one thing I noticed immediately was his very hard, thick LA Oakland Bay accent. He's a black dude, we all know. Black guy that directed this film, but he had a hard accent. I thought it was interesting because he was basically telling his story as a director. He came up, I think his first movie was the Fruitville Station thing. He said Forrest Whitaker kind of gave him his leg up. He was actually a football player in college. Okay. Yeah, because this kind of what he looks like. He looks real young. He's young. He's our age, a little bit older than us, I think. But yeah, man, he looks big, because he used to play football, I guess. But I ain't gonna lie, man, he did a lot of talking. I ain't really see a whole lot in his mind. So maybe he's just really good at doing movies, or he could have just been the black dude of the day. Come on, bring him up here, set him up. Here's the script, we producing it. Just point the camera, nigga. Just point it. The movie gonna come out the way it's supposed to. Just point that nope, this way, not pointing the. I'm getting his props, man. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't necessarily impress me. I like some of what he was saying. I ain't gonna shit on him. But usually directors, I feel like, are really good directors give really, really good interviews. And maybe it's just because he's a new director. He might have just been nervous, but that was interesting. What do you think about that?
Well, I haven't really watched any interviews with him. This is actually the first movie that I've seen, because I didn't see Fruitville Station, and I just never ended up watching. Creed? No, I just never ended up watching it. Yeah, because it was just one of those things. Like, I didn't even know that it was him that did it. It was just like, for me, it was just like Creed came out, and it was just like, I've seen the other Rocky movies, and I was just like, at some point I'll see this one, and I just never ended up doing it. Okay. But it's one of those things. Like you mentioned, him being a new director or something like that. It could just be, that's just his thing. It might, him just kind of bringing up his story and how he was raised, stuff like that. It's not him going into like the deep stuff, as like a director who's been doing it for decades and stuff like that. Like, he's got 3 films at this point, and I know he's doing Creed 2, and I don't really know anything else as far as what he's got going forward outside of Creed 2. But
I think just all I know is I'm pretty sure Creed 2, and he's probably lined up to do Black Panther 2 too.
Okay, and that probably won't be for a while anyway. But with him being a younger director, I mean, that could be a part of, he may not have been nervous. It could have just been, like I said, just him telling his story. It's not the whole fancy ideals of, media and this and that. This is kind of just what I dealt with growing up. So it was probably just a simpler thing to listen to compared to, listen to like Martin Scorsese go through the whole process of like making movies back then versus now, stuff like that. So, I mean, I think he did a good job with the movie, and everyone likes both Fruitville Station as well as Creed. So I would say he's got a fairly good track record. Obviously, at this point, like, everything's kind of just been going up and up.
No, actually, I thought Fruitville Station was ass, bro.
Okay, well, see, I never saw it.
I thought it was ass, bro. Okay, even though I'm not trying to shit on the story, I know it's based on a true story and blah blah blah. But if I'm judging as a movie alone, I didn't like it. I'm gonna be honest.
And why didn't you like it?
It was just boring as fuck. Like I hate for that movie to be boring because it's just like it's something that I'm supposed to care about, but the movie it wasn't entertaining for me. Like the characters was a little irritating. You know what I mean? And I didn't think it was that well done. Like I wasn't engaged when I got done with the movie. I'm like, yes, motherfucker, I'm done with this motherfucker. But so I'm just throwing that out. Everybody didn't like Reveal Station. Everybody didn't like that motherfucking shit. And speaking of people not liking some shit, now this is interesting. In that same interview, the white dude, because it was like a white dude, it was a dude of some, I don't know what the fuck he was. I'm gonna be honest. He tried to sound, but I just don't know what the fuck he was. Hot 97 Ebro, y'all know this motherfucker. Tell me what he is, because he's not black. But and we had a Hispanic chick on there. She wasn't saying nothing. That's how I like my Hispanic chicks. Not saying shit. It's like, I like to talk a little less Spanish. Yeah, let me stop. Like, Hispanic, it was kind of we had to talk about this, man. I was like, hey,
but on both our channels.
But let me tell you, so the white guy asked, he was like, yeah, man, what do you think about the controversy around the film? Basically, he was getting into race stuff. So, like I said, the Kugler dude, he seemed like he ain't had too much going on in his mind. But let's revisit the question. So he asked, why is it that when some white people hear just the name Black Panther, they kind of get all defensive? Yeah. And I want your take on this, all right? But before I get your take on it, think of that question, but also think of this. Do you know who Richard Spencer is?
I've definitely heard the name. I can't think of anything past that.
Okay. Richard Spencer is basically the boy band group leader of the alt-right, basically. You understand? So, they put him out there for the talking points. He has the intellectual, conversation. And, he does that. He intellectualizes his racism, basically, and justifies it. Which he does an excellent job. I'm going to be honest with you. Of all the racists,
skilled racism,
the way he explains it, your racism on point, bro. Your racism is on point. I would take my hat out to you. If you're gonna be a racist, be a good fucking racist. Don't be lazy with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be lazy with your shit. Always be the best you can be. But so that's what he does. But him and some other racist white dude was reviewing the movie. It was interesting. I'll give you some of their points in the shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm listening to it. It's one of those things where it's like you're gonna go into something that's probably gonna make you mad. But you go into it like, let me not be mad. Let me just listen to these motherfuckers.
Enjoy the stupidity.
Yeah, not even enjoy, but because it's stupid. Usually stupid shit makes me mad. But just to get the opposition's view on it, because I've been hearing black people all fucking week, bro.
Black Panther.
Gotta see the movie. There's only one black person I talked to who really didn't like the movie. And he just said it was, wasn't his cup of tea. He didn't shit on it, but just say, what do racist white folks think of Black Panther? I ask questions like that. Yeah. Not just white folks. I know a ton of white folks went out to see it. Yeah, man. But I want to know what the racist white folks think. And this is what they think. So, he had a few points. He said, one, Wakanda and its citizens are much like the alt-right. They have the alt-right ideals. And keep in mind, guys, I haven't seen this movie, but I feel like I have because I've seen every review, I've seen every decoding, I've seen the reactions, I've seen the vlogs. But he brings up that in the movie, Wakanda is isolated. Yep. Which white supremacists and white nationalists want to be isolated by themselves. They have walls up, be it maybe mountains or holographic walls, but they do have walls to keep intruders out.
There are barriers, yes.
You understand? So, what else? They had a few things to say about Killmonger, how he was, and how that was more so in line with nationalism, what I'm saying, want to destroy oppositions and things like that. They, of course, did not like the motif of the oppressors, which they caught on. The oppressors are clearly white folks, so they didn't like that aspect. I don't know. Like I said, haven't seen the movie, but I guess they try to hide. They didn't come out and say, "Hey, the white people," but I guess
colonizers is the word.
Colonizers. There you go. Was that what they used?
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't say oppressors in the movie.
Yeah, I'm sure they did, but that was like the thing would be, colonizers.
Okay. So
colonizers are white people. Sorry, that's just what it is. That's called history.
The only ones I can think back in history they colonized.
So, there you go.
Yeah, so he pointed that out. Like, the white people, there. So, they had terrible African accents. They African accents sound like, get your joke game up. If you're gonna joke on another race, at least do it right, you know what I'm saying? You sound like Asian, you know, ain't supposed to be African, but anyway. So yeah, those are some of the things, you know, you just kind of brought up those points. There was a few others, maybe I might think back to it, but of course it was just a lot of bullshit. I listened to the whole thing mostly, but yeah, that was their take on it. That basically, overall, it was, I thought it was really dumb because a lot of the criticisms was just straight dumbass criticisms like, oh, the movie is so unbelievable. You got this vibranium, that's so unbelievable. That would never happen. I'm like, okay, we're talking about a superhero movie here. I've never once heard a white supremacist say, how can a man fly through the air? Superman, bullets penetrate. Like, this is what they were saying in the review about Black Panther. I guess bullets are just impenetrable to these guys. Like Superman or Iron Man or, you know what I mean? So, but you know, white supremacy. If it's black, then I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Just give me the white version, I love it. So, give me White Panther in this movie. You know what I'm saying? So,
they want Thor. You got it. There you go.
You see? You know, just complainers. It's so unbelievable. I ain't getting anything. I'm like, okay, all right. But with that said, give me your take.
As far as the movie goes, it's definitely got that. I mean, and that's kind of what it speaks on, where it's, you know, this country that is segregated from pretty much the rest of the world. They have this insane technology where it's like, you know, we can do this, we can do that, we can basically save lives that couldn't be saved in other places, but we kind of keeping it here, just keeping it, you know, just nice and tight in our little spot. Everybody else can just kind of, you know, die or whatever. It's pretty much just live your life. Yeah, just go on, you live your life. We'll be here, and that's kind of a part of the film, is them kind of making those obvious connections where it's like, all right, well, some people in Wakanda are like, well, if we let other people in, you know, Trump base is like, well, it'll ruin what we got, you know, it'll mess stuff up. So they talk about that a lot through the film, and some characters stay the same, some characters change. So it's meant to be that way. Like, it's kind of a point to be like, this is kind of where the world is, you know, at least the U.S. It touches on those points, and they talk about, you know, having Wakanda obviously being an African nation. You have the main villain, Killmonger, who does grow up in the U.S., so they even have that idea of black versus actually African, like African American versus African. But I was just saying, like, that is something, like, all those points are meant to be in there. It's not like this
it was nitpicky at the bullshit, so we ain't got to take that serious, but I just want to know what you thought about it. But you brought up a good point, which was
the African American versus Africa.
Actually, you talked about, I wanted to ask you this. So they did get into Killmonger, and one of the things I'm noticing is this, and I want to preface by saying this. You have to watch these Hollywood people because they really into mind control. Like, I swear, if I could just give people the eyes to see the way stuff fall together, I'm like, dang, they doing that. And I'll try to explain it to you guys. Okay, so in the movie, another preface, haven't seen it, but I know a lot about it right now. So, let's talk about the character Killmonger.
Yep.
This is interesting. This is what people can do with movies. This is what writers and producers, executives can do with movies. They can create an archetypal character that reminds you of a people, and whatever narrative they want with that character is symbolic to whatever they want to talk about with those particular people. So, for instance, if you have the movie Black Panther is mostly set with, in the movie, quote-unquote, African characters.
Yeah.
One of the few non-African characters is the African-American character that Michael B. Jordan plays, which is Killmonger.
Yep.
So, automatically, because he's not going to be talking like an African, because he's from Oakland, he's from America, you can relate to him. You can, being that you're from, and also I can, US, and just about everybody here can. So, but of course in the movie he's the bad guy, which is no problem with that. People can identify with the bad guy. I pretty much, every scary movie, I identify way more with the bad guy than I do with the good guy. I'm like, pussy, Batman, you a pussy, you ain't killed nobody. Ain't got no bodies on you, but you claim to be hard all day. No bodies. None. Don't even got no hammer. You feel me? Got a gadget full of fucking, you know what I'm saying?
They change that in the new stuff. You see Batman too. He just be dragging people. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I'm like,
I want to see. I need to see that. But anyway, so this Killmonger character, I'm hearing new narratives pop up about him because from what I'm hearing, I like this motherfucker. I like his ideals. About, you know, I'm hearing a lot of stuff about him saying, you know, we gotta help people that look like us. Boom, boom, boom. fuck this oppressor. We need, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I like it. Now, some of the stuff I've heard, I didn't like. I heard he was, he put the hammer down on the black women. Feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which, yeah, I didn't mean that. Maybe not good.
Some of your references may have been heard in the relationship episodes we were talking about.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so besides that, that's the one thing I can't really get with him, you know what I'm saying? But everything else, you know, he seems like a cool guy, you know. But anyway, I've heard a new narrative where they talking about, hey, this Killmonger. No, actually, it was a white publication that put out a magazine on Black Panther. I think it was titled Black Panther, something, but are black people getting the wrong message? And they go on to talk about Killmonger and his misogyny. Then I heard a quote-unquote conscious black girl on her YouTube talk about the misogyny of Killmonger, and he represents a lot of American males, black males, and their misogyny. So I'm going, oh, okay. Okay. Wanna play it off? Okay. Had to get Tony Montana on there. I'm like, yeah, y'all wanna play it off? Okay. So give me your thoughts on that, man. I've been, all right, so, but basically what I'm trying to say is, they might have made this Killmonger character fit you as far as being black in America and knowing that you're oppressed, because a lot of Africans don't know they're oppressed. A lot of Africans wake up and they see a lot of Africans. So it's hard for them to be like, well, what if we are indirectly controlled by the white supremacists? And that's probably true, because let's name all the black corporations in Africa. You ready? Let's go. Done. So now I ain't trying to shit on Africa, but y'all know y'all ain't got a lot. Let's compare y'all to the white corps and y'all fucking y'all nowhere. You understand? So they may not see the way. They may think they are free. So, but we damn sure know we not motherfucking free. This is a white man's world, not just a man's world, it's a white man's world where we at, and everywhere in every corner of this planet. And we know that, and we may not like it. Some people do. They just go, you know, fuck it, live our life.
Grab this tiki torch.
You feel me? So, but you know, give me your thoughts now.
Avoiding spoilers with Killmonger. He's definitely that ideal of let's help our own people, but then it gets to where it's like, okay, you know, you can sympathize with that idea. It's like, yeah, let's help people that need help. You know, not just black people in general. Great technology. Let's just help everybody that's been oppressed. And then it starts to get a little further into it, and it's like, you just look mad. You're just mad now. You're just mad. Like the idea is there, and then it was like, okay, you're taking it real far. It's like you wanted this, and then it's just like, okay, you're kind of pissing on everything else.
So basically, the mad black man motif.
Sort of, yeah. It's a lot of revenge-based stuff with his character, where it starts like it's basically, you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's that sort of thing, where it's like he has that main base concept. It's definitely a nice idea, but then he gets into it and is like, well, there's still a part of me that's just super pissed off, and he just kind of just takes over a lot of other stuff, and it's like you're kind of, in a sense, going against a little bit of what you're saying. Like you want to help the rest of the world, but you also kind of want to destroy, in a sense, the thing that can help the rest of the world because of what happened to him in the film. So, you know, like, you totally understand it, but it's also like, well, you had this great idea. If you kind of just stopped right here, basically just be a good guy, like a little bit better than you were before. But it just keeps on going, and it's just anger, and it's like, all right, well, just I mean, that's not much that can, you know, get some Wakandan cotton candy or something. I don't know, cheer up. But that's just like, it just gets angry, and it's like, all right, well, all right. That's pretty much it. Like, he just gets madder and madder. But it's definitely an interesting thing with the way that I think it's handled. I thought they did a good job with it, but I definitely see it with this character. Like, I personally wouldn't say there's a lot with the misogyny stuff. I mean, it's just the fact that he comes in as the bad guy, and he's like, there's stuff that he does in particular that is against female characters, but also he goes in like he's just a bad dude in general. Like, he just be destroying stuff. He kills like a bunch of people where it's like, he didn't need to kill that person at all, or he could have done something to not kill that person, but it's just like, he doesn't care. Like, he has this set mission, and really no one else matters, like, at all. It doesn't matter how close you are, because at this point, he's like, you know, I kind of had this, but I got a goal, and that's at the top. Everything else is just like, if you don't die, then so be it. But I'm gonna just kind of get where I need to be, and that's just how it goes. So,
okay. Real selfish mentality.
Yeah, like I said, Road to Hell is paved with good intentions. It's like he's got a great concept to help everybody, but he'll basically, if he can, he'll kind of destroy Wakanda while also just controlling it at the same time, and trying to do like everything at once. And it's like you kind of gotta pick being good or being bad, and he tries to do both pretty much, and that's like just how his character ends up playing out.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait to see this movie. Not because I think it's gonna be really, really good, but because so I can just fucking know what's in it, so people can stop pissing me the fuck off, telling me have I seen the movie? Why haven't I seen it yet? You understand? People is broke out here. I mean, not me, but people is. But switching it up a little bit, I just seen the movie. You seen some of it. It's on Netflix. You guys can check it out if you got Netflix. But if you're a broke motherfucker, then you just asked out. I'm sorry. Try to get it on bootleg. Get on the internet.
Ask somebody for their code.
You feel me?
Google somebody. Somebody probably put somebody information on Google.
Right. It's floating around somewhere. But of course, it's Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. Thank you for correcting me.
I'm just saying.
Nerds.
You gonna bring up
it's Full Metal Alchemist, you stupid motherfucker.
Yes.
Sorry, nerds. I ain't mean to shit on your shit. No, it's a manga by popular manga anime series. But man, I would tell you, that movie, I like that movie, bro. Man, I probably the manga and just the anime is probably just dope as fuck. But just the movie, I'm looking at it like, bro, so much metaphysics, so much spirituality, like.
Yeah, it's all about alchemy and equivalent exchange and powers beyond, equivalency and creating something from nothing and all sorts of concepts. Like the show itself is absolutely insane. It's almost 100 episodes. And I didn't know they were making this movie until I'd seen it. Like, it was just on Netflix, and it was just like, oh crap, they made a live action, which really surprised me because the show is super old. Like, I just actually watched the whole series, I think it was in like December. I was like, I need to just finally watch this because it's so popular. I always wanted to see it. And I just binge watched the whole thing, like just all in order. And it was like, that was a really sweet freaking series. Like, I see why it's so insanely popular. It's super fun. And so watching the movie, so I saw like kind of half of it and I was sort of like half paying attention. But just from what I saw, I was like, they did a good job with this because, you have, kind of like anything where it's like, oh, it's a TV show put into a movie, whether it's anime or, even stuff in the States. And so I was like, how is this going to work? Right. How are you going to condense this many episodes and this many characters into 2 hours or something? And from what I saw, I think they did a good job. Like, there are characters that probably aren't even in the movie, I think, but they do get a lot of like the biggest moments. From what I saw, they found good ways to kind of go through and explain some of the simple stuff, like talking about what alchemy is. And it's like, okay, they kind of pull this off in this way. They, change some stuff around from the anime, kind of show things like, all right, this is definitely from this episode and that's this character. And they kind of just jump right into it. And it was like, all right, I like how they handled that. Watching it, like the first action sequence and stuff, like something I noticed with Japanese movies, whenever they do like anime, it's always the same CG. Like everything looks the same. Like obviously you don't really watch live action anime movies, but the CG always looks exactly the same. It's kind of weird. Like I'll look at something and I'll be like, that looks just like that movie. Like it's legitimately, it's weird. It's like how much the CG looks exactly the same. It's super weird, but it always looks good. It was just like, every time I see like a live action anime movie, the CG always looks the same. At least, modern stuff, like once it hits a new level, it always starts to look the same across the board. But I thought it looked good. I thought it was sweet. The way they had the costumes designed, I thought looked really good based off of, how they look in the show. That's another thing they always do.
That wig on Ed, bro. Come on.
Yeah, that was something that I thought was weird because even when they're kids, so for people who don't know Full Metal Alchemist, both the boys, Ed and Al, they're both fully blonde. Even in the opening, when they're kids, I was like, why is their hair like partly black, partly blonde? Yeah. And then when they're adults, his hair was like full blonde. I was like, that doesn't even make sense. His hair like turned full blonde as he got older. And
well, you know what I was thinking, and I don't want to sound racist, but let's keep it 100. Asians don't have blonde hair. They can dye their hair blonde.
But that's the thing, though. So the character Winry, who is like his best friend.
I heard he's white, right?
She's basically, because the characters are basically German characters.
Oh, okay.
Like if you kind of look at it based on the anime, they're kind of like German characters. So she's fully blonde. So I was like, okay, it's fine. Like the actress that they have is an Asian actress. She has brown hair, and it was like, all right, she has brown hair. That's just her hair. like I said, it just didn't make sense. Why have, like, it makes sense to give him a wig, but why didn't they have him in full blonde, like when it was the young kid actor? Why weren't they both fully blonde? Because I was like, their hair looks weird, where it's like kind of blonde, but it's mostly black. Yeah. And then when it was like him as an adult, he had full blonde hair. I was like, that didn't even make, that just doesn't make sense. Like his hair just turned full blonde, and I was like, it just didn't make sense when they showed. I was like, that's just. It just didn't make sense.
It was just a bad fucking wig. Yeah, I had to, after I watched the movie, I found out that the actor who played Ed was a K-pop star, K-pop celebrity. Which made sense, because I'm sitting here watching the movie like, maybe Asians just not really that good actors like that. But everybody else in that bitch bodied it. So I'm like...
Because, okay, so it was funny, watching the movie, I want to say it was Maze, the dude with the glasses who had the wife. That guy...
The military officer dude.
Yeah, the family man. For those of you who have seen the anime, the guy that got to act as him, I thought was perfect. Like, having seen the anime, I was like, that dude, he almost looks like the character from the anime, and the way he was acting, I was like, that's actually perfect casting for that character. I thought it was great. And like you said, it's just funny. Like, I didn't really notice. Like I said, I was kind of half paying attention as far as, like our main characters and stuff. But as far as him, I was like, that's just really good casting. I thought that was good. But
everybody else was good. I understand sometimes you got to get a celebrity to sell the motherfucker, but with this, you didn't need that. Like,
it's Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, most motherfuckers here don't even know who the fuck. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I'm like, this motherfucker fucking up the movie. By the middle of it, I'm like, I got used to his ass.
Yeah,
like,
it's just kind of whatever. Yeah,
like the story was too good for me to just not like it based on him, but
it took you out a little bit. Yeah,
that dumbass wig. I'm looking like. Is that, I'm just like, why would they, because it just looked too cosplay.
Yeah, it did. There are parts where it just is too close to just looking like you went to a Joann's Fabrics or something. Like, it just looks too fake.
It's like the budget ran out and they just got their cousin to do, you know what I'm saying?
Like they spent all that money on all the denim jackets and all that stuff, and it was like, oh, just throw something on.
But man, it was a lot of real interesting stuff in that movie. What about, did you watch the part where he dreamed and met God?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that? I
haven't seen the anime. Like I said, all that stuff is in there, and I thought they did a good job with that too. You know how they talk about. I'm trying not to spoil because it's like an anime and a movie at the same time. But for people who haven't seen either, a big part of it, I guess the main, if I just go by like the basic main story, two main characters are Ed and Al, and they basically what they do is try to perform human transmutation. Right. So they want to bring their mother back to life. And basically that just goes to hell. Like, one of the brothers, his entire body is taken, and so he's put into a suit of armor, and the other brother he loses one arm and one leg. And so basically that is what their whole story is to try to get their bodies back and, their body parts. And that's pretty much their whole thing. And then they have these parts where they go to, or at least for Ed, he has them, where he basically meets God, or whatever you want to consider God or consciousness of spirituality, mankind, whatever you want to call it. Because even in the anime, it's like, I can be God, or I can be just what you consider God, or the answer that no one understands. Like, they don't even say, like, truly it's God. It's just, it's a concept, because we don't know what God truly is. It's just, it's a concept beyond what we understand. So
Wrong,
it's
no.
God.
I'm gonna tell you, look, man, this is the secret. That's a secret only because dumb motherfuckers don't want to know it. But when I seen this in a movie, I was like, it was jaw dropping. I'm like, damn. You said, hold on, did you say, all right, this is a manga, but it's not a Japanese manga?
No, it is.
It's a Japanese manga, but the characters are German. Okay.
The characters, I believe they're meant to be like German descent characters, and it like takes place in like, I want to say like the 1940s, because they do give like an actual, or I think it's like the 1820 something, or 1840 something. It's like, it's like back in the, like, it's old school.
Are they Nazis?
No. They're like, they're in the countryside. No, it's not like that. No, but you can tell like just like Winry Rockbell, like that name.
Yeah,
you can kind of, yeah.
But that particular scene, I'm gonna go ahead and give it away. A lot of people, they're not gonna mesh with this, but the fact that I saw in the anime made me want to talk about it. I'm gonna just say spoiler alert, even though it's not no spoiler alert. If you don't really know nothing about the movie, it's not really a spoiler. But
it's so metaphysical. It's almost like it's almost just you just gotta watch the whole thing to even understand how it even matters. Yeah,
I know most motherfuckers looking at that shit is not seeing what I'm seeing. I know this because when I'm looking, I'm like, damn. I always known that they had ancient spiritual systems and they had this shit on point in Asia, but I'm like, them motherfuckers got it down packed. This must be just shit that everybody know over there. Like, I'm thinking like, I just know, you know, but all right. But basically, when he went and when he was dreaming, which even that in itself is profound, the fact that he had my man's dreaming. Mm-hmm. But when in his dream, and he went to visit God, if I can remember correctly, that might have been the Kabbalistic tree of life that was on that little thing that was supposed to be God anyway, which is wild. But the thing that said it was God, he asked, who are you? He's like, I'm God, I'm the truth.
Yeah, that's, yep.
And I'm you. Mm-hmm. You are God. Open your holy Bible and go to John chapter 10, verse 34 to verse 36. And Jesus said, what did Jesus say? And Jesus said, is it not written in your law that ye are gods? Look that up. I said, John chapter 10, verse 34. Jesus told you was God. And in that movie, he said, I'm God, I'm the truth, I'm you. And in the entire movie, what's they looking for? The Philosopher's Stone, which is... Any metaphysical movie gonna have something about the Philosopher's Stone. I'm gonna go ahead and give it up. It's not the movie, but what the Philosopher's Stone is just research the pineal gland. That's what it is. That's the Philosopher's Stone is symbolic of what the pineal gland. So research pineal gland, what it does, what it can do. Also known as the third eye, the pineal. So that's what people talk about that. Your third eye open, brother. You closed, brother. But this is profound, man. They putting it. The Asians know it all. They got the answers to the fucking universe while we sitting over here going to fucking McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? Watching fucking Netflix. But they watching Netflix too. And going to McDonald's, matter of fact. So why is we so damn stupid? But yeah, man, in closing, like I said, stop being stupid. It's your boy, the Anarchist. I'm out of here. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's IG. Don't forget to follow me on the Snap and Twitter. All the same handle. Anarchist Beats. Beats with a Z. I'm talking to people like they fucking dumb. But yeah, don't forget to comment below on this video. Let us know what the fuck you want us to be talking about. I know y'all freaks went crazy on the sex bot episode, but y'all need to show up for all these motherfuckers because they all good. Take it away, Invisible.
I am at Invisiblekatana, pretty much across the web, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are at A Few Nobodies Podcast at gmail.com, and we are also at A Few Nobodies on both Twitter and Instagram. So follow us there. Send us some DMs, let us know what random stuff we should be talking about, what other random anime are out there that you think even remotely compared to the metaphysical that is Full Metal Alchemist. I don't think there are. I don't. No. If you haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist, just watch the anime. I'd say watch the anime first just because you get all of it, obviously, but watch the anime, watch the movie. They do a good job even in the movie, so watch both. One of them, you gotta just watch it because it's just good in general. It's really sweet. But that is A Few Nobodies Podcast. Peace.